You're listening to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, created to help you succeed in your Security Plus certification journey. Learn more at baremetalcyber.com, where additional prepcasts, books, and training materials await. Let's get started. Intrusion detection systems, IDS, and intrusion prevention systems, IPS, share the same underlying goal identifying malicious or suspicious activity, but they differ in how they respond. IDS focuses on detection, monitoring network traffic, and generating alerts when suspicious patterns are observed. It is a passive system that relies on human or automated follow-up to act. IPS, on the other hand, sits in line and can automatically block or prevent traffic deemed harmful. The two systems are complementary. IDS excels in visibility and forensic awareness, while IPS delivers real-time defensive action. Hardened organizations often deploy both, balancing detection depth with active control for layered defense. Signature-based detection remains the foundation of IDS-IPS technology. Signatures are patterns of known malicious behavior, such as specific byte sequences or traffic structures associated with exploits. These rules must be updated frequently because attackers constantly develop new exploits or modify existing malware to evade old signatures. Without regular updates, signature-based systems quickly lose relevance. Hardened organizations maintain automated update schedules and vendor integrations, ensuring their IDS-IPS remains armed with the latest intelligence. While signatures excel against known threats, they are limited against new or polymorphic attacks, which is why layered detection strategies are necessary. Behavioral and heuristic detection provides the complement to signatures, focusing on anomalies and suspicious patterns rather than predefined rules. For example, an IDS-IPS may flag traffic that deviates from baseline behavior, such as a sudden spike in outbound connections or unusual protocol usage. Heuristic models may detect threats like polymorphic malware, which constantly changes its signature to evade pattern-based rules. These approaches expand detection coverage to unknown threats. Hardened environments combine heuristics with signatures, creating a balanced detection strategy that recognizes both known and emerging attack techniques. Sensor placement is crucial for IDS-IPS effectiveness. North-south traffic, the flow between internal systems and external networks, must be monitored to catch inbound intrusions and outbound data theft. East-west traffic, the communication between internal systems, must also be covered to detect lateral movement once attackers breach the perimeter. Placing sensors at these choke points maximizes visibility and ensures attackers cannot pivot unnoticed. Hardened organizations design layered placement strategies, balancing coverage with performance, so both external threats and internal compromises are detected in real time. False positives can overwhelm security teams, making signature tuning an essential practice. Tuning involves whitelisting trusted traffic sources, creating baselines of normal behavior, and applying contextual filters that refine rules. For example, a signature that flags encrypted database traffic may be disabled for known, legitimate flows. This reduces unnecessary alerts without weakening security. Hardened organizations treat tuning as an ongoing process, not a one-time setup, recognizing that changing environments constantly demand updated filters. Effective tuning ensures IDS-IPS alerts carry credibility, preventing alert fatigue and wasted investigation cycles. Rate limiting and thresholding further protect against alert storms triggered by benign traffic spikes. For example, a sudden surge in DNS queries during a software update could overwhelm sensors with alerts. By setting thresholds that differentiate anomalies from expected spikes, IDS-IPS avoids overwhelming analysts and infrastructure. Hardened organizations calibrate thresholds carefully, balancing sensitivity against noise. These controls preserve system stability and analyst efficiency, ensuring alerts highlight real threats rather than routine operational surges. Encrypted traffic presents a significant challenge for IDS-IPS. With most network communications secured by TLS, payload inspection is often impossible. Still, Metadata remains available, such as packet size, timing, and destination endpoints, which can signal suspicious activity like beaconing. Hardened organizations deploy metadata-based detections, focusing on anomalies and encrypted flows, and combine this with selective TLS inspection in high-value contexts. This balanced approach preserves privacy while retaining visibility into adversary tactics. Protocol parsers and deep packet inspection extend IDS IPS capabilities into the application layer. Many modern attacks exploit weaknesses not in basic network flows but in application-specific traffic, such as HTTP or DNS. Protocol parsers allow systems to understand the structure of these protocols, identifying malformed requests or embedded exploits. Deep packet inspection adds the ability to search traffic content for malicious signatures or behavior. Hardened organizations enable these features for high-risk applications, ensuring their monitoring stack detects attacks beyond simple port and protocol abuse. Collaborative detection amplifies the value of IDS IPS by feeding its alerts into broader systems. SIEM platforms correlate IDS alerts with endpoint logs, identity systems, and vulnerability data, raising confidence levels. Network detection and response (NDR) tools integrate IDS IPS telemetry into broader anomaly detection models. Hardened organizations ensure IDS IPS does not operate in isolation but enriches and benefits from the broader monitoring ecosystem. Integration ensures alerts become more actionable, driving faster investigations and more accurate incident handling. Rule reviews and signature retirement are vital for sustaining IDS/IPS accuracy. Rules that no longer apply create noise and waste analyst time. Signatures for deprecated services or outdated attack techniques should be removed or disabled. Regular reviews identify redundant or ineffective rules, keeping detection efficient and aligned with current risks. Hardened organizations schedule rule reviews alongside tuning cycles, treating them as a governance requirement. This hygiene ensures IDS IPS systems remain agile and relevant, avoiding the drag of outdated configurations. Incident escalation flows often begin with IDS alerts and progress to IPS actions. IDS may detect suspicious traffic and generate an alert, prompting analysts to investigate. If validated, the finding may escalate into an IPS policy to block the threat in real time. This flow ensures that prevention actions are taken based on evidence, reducing the risk of false positives impacting legitimate traffic. Hardened organizations design structured escalation paths, ensuring alerts lead smoothly into containment without bypassing validation. This alignment preserves both security and availability. Ultimately, IDS and IPS provide significant value when deployed thoughtfully. Their effectiveness depends not just on technology, but on placement, tuning, and integration with other detection layers. Signatures, heuristics, and anomaly detection complement each other, while careful governance reduces false positives. Integration with SIEM and NDR ensures alerts contribute to the bigger picture. Hardened organizations treat IDS IPS as vital but managed components, ensuring their value is realized through tuning, placement, and alignment with the wider detection ecosystem. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Intrusion prevention systems provide organizations with several automatic containment options once malicious activity is detected. Blocking traffic is the most direct approach, halting connections that match known malicious signatures. Resetting TCP sessions terminates active connections without permanently blocking an address, useful when activity may be ambiguous. Throttling slows suspicious connections, buying analysts time to validate before cutting them off entirely. Each method requires guardrails. Overly aggressive blocking risks disrupting business traffic, while too much caution allows attacks to persist. Hardened organizations carefully calibrate IPS containment, blending automation with safety to ensure prevention enhances rather than disrupts. Threat intelligence-driven signature deployment allows IDS IPS systems to react quickly to emerging campaigns. Vendors and intelligence providers release new signatures tied to current malware families, phishing campaigns, or exploit kits. Automated ingestion ensures sensors update in near real time, but deployment must be verified to avoid false positives. Hardened organizations use staged rollouts and validation tests before applying signatures widely, ensuring effectiveness without breaking legitimate traffic. This balance of agility and caution ensures systems remain both responsive and reliable. Machine learning is increasingly leveraged in IDS/IPS to supplement signature and heuristic detection. Models can recognize subtle traffic anomalies that escape static rules. However, ML introduces risks of drift, where accuracy declines as environments change, and adversarial input, where attackers manipulate training data. Hardened organizations establish governance frameworks for ML detection, including performance monitoring, retraining schedules, and bias checks. These safeguards ensure machine learning enhances coverage without becoming a brittle or easily misled component of the detection stack. Sandboxing suspicious payloads detected by IDS/IPS provides deeper insight into threats. Files, scripts, or attachments flagged in transit can be diverted to isolated environments where their behavior is safely observed. If the sandbox confirms malicious actions such as registry edits or command and control callbacks, alerts gain higher fidelity. Hardened organizations integrate sandboxing with IDS/IPS workflows, ensuring suspicious payloads are not simply blocked but also analyzed to improve intelligence and strengthen future detections. Performance testing is essential when enabling deep inspection or inline prevention. Features like protocol parsing and SSL decryption consume processing resources, introducing latency or reducing throughput. Without testing, organizations risk degrading user experience or overloading devices. Hardened organizations benchmark IDS/IPS performance regularly, modeling both peak traffic and inspection-heavy scenarios. This ensures that prevention features deliver security without introducing bottlenecks or instability. Metrics provide visibility into IDS/IPS effectiveness. Detection rate measures how consistently the systems catch known threats. False positive rate highlights noise levels and analyst efficiency. Mean time to respond shows how quickly alerts are actioned, while prevented incidents quantify tangible value. These metrics guide resource allocation, tuning cycles, and executive reporting. Hardened organizations track them rigorously, ensuring IDS/IPS investments remain both measurable and justifiable. Maintenance is the quiet backbone of IDS/IPS success. Signature hygiene prevents outdated rules from cluttering detections. Regular sensor health checks ensure appliances and software function correctly. Scale planning prepares systems to handle growing traffic volumes, preventing gaps in visibility. Hardened organizations build maintenance schedules into operations, ensuring their IDS/IPS stack remains dependable even as environments and threats evolve. Playbook-driven responses standardize how teams act on IDS/IPS detections. For example, a detected SQL injection attempt may trigger immediate IP blocking, session resets, and notification to application owners. A malware signature may prompt isolation of affected endpoints and enrichment with threat intel. Playbooks reduce guesswork, ensuring responses are consistent, timely, and proportional. Hardened programs embed these into SOAR workflows to combine automation with analyst oversight. Red team testing validates IDS/IPS coverage by simulating adversary tactics. Controlled exercises reveal detection gaps, false negatives, and tuning opportunities. These tests ensure signatures remain relevant and heuristics are calibrated correctly. Hardened organizations schedule red team validations periodically, using results to refine IDS/IPS policies and ensure systems evolve alongside attacker methods. Privacy and legal considerations must be addressed when inspecting user content. Payload inspection can inadvertently expose personal data, intellectual property, or regulated information. Hardened organizations adopt clear governance policies, restrict access to sensitive data, and ensure compliance with frameworks like GDPR or HIPAA. By embedding privacy into IDS IPS operations, they preserve trust while maintaining detection capability. When tuned and governed effectively, IDS IPS form powerful layers in modern defense. Their strength lies not only in their detection engines, but in their integration with telemetry enrichment, automation, and governance. Signatures, heuristics, and ML models complement one another, while careful placement ensures visibility across north-south and east-west traffic. Hardened organizations see IDS IPS as essential contributors to defense in depth, delivering value when combined with disciplined operations, continuous tuning, and alignment with broader security ecosystems. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Prepcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for best-selling cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure and stay vigilant.